But I've got to talk about football because Newcastle, I mean, the one that stands out for me is the Newcastle one on Chris Wood. Absolute housery from Newcastle because they're signing probably Burnley's best player. They've triggered the release clause for £20 million. He's in Tyneside now, I think, doing a medical. He's going to sign for Newcastle. But not only is it a signing for Newcastle because they need him because Callum Wilson's got injured, so they need a striker, but they signed him from a team who they're right amongst in the relegation zone, which makes them worse and is a huge advantage for Newcastle. Is that fair?
It doesn't seem fair, does it? But I don't think they've done it to damage Burnley. I think they need a centre forward. And do they go in the market and try and find someone in Belgium or France? Or do they get someone they know? And you know what you're going to get. And Chris Wood, he averages, I think, 12 goals a season. The problem with Chris Wood is
he good enough for Newcastle?
If you play him the right way, he needs the ball early. He needs through balls early. He needs balls over the top early. You need to arrow balls at him diagonally. Mm-hmm. Him and Ashley Barnes are a handful for anybody.
Yeah.
So at least you know he's going to have a go. He's not going to turn up and be an imposter, which we've seen so many times. Failed, like come from a different league and failed.
Yeah.
At least you know what you're going to get from Chris Wood. But you got to cross the ball. Dwight McNeil shifts it, crosses it. And he knows the ball's coming in early and he gets on the end of crosses. I mean, you've played against him.
I played against Chris Wood, yeah. Absolute handful. He is.
Yeah.
But he's obviously, used as the target man. He's big, he's strong, but he's got good feet as well and he can finish. So he is a good player. Is he good enough for Newcastle? Is that what they brought in Trippier, who I thought was a great signing, but they were shocking in the FA Cup the other night, got beat. Is he something that they need? Or are the fans are going to be a bit like, is this really what we want?
No, I think, as I said, I think you've got to use him the right way. If you make 1,000 passes in your own half and you just creep your way up the pitch, then he's not going to be involved. But if you get the ball into the box early and often, he will find the ball in the box. And he knocks defenders around. I mean, they've got Ashley Barnes, Chris Wood, Vidra and Rodriguez are their strikers. They're all good players. All of them are good players. All of them are a handful in different ways. But Chris Wood is the main target man. And every time Burnley have been in trouble, every season, he seems to be the man that nicks a brace or he gets a goal at the right time.
Do you think Newcastle will buy him for the Championship? With a signing like Chris Wood?
No, Newcastle can't.
They've got to try and buy their way out of trouble.
Well, it's 165 million.
Is that what they're going for?
165 million to stay in the league.
Try and sign, Dennis from Watford, who's a better player. He's a top player, I think.
What are you? Why are you saying they might as well just buy all the strikers in the teams at the bottom?
Just nick them up. Just buy all their best players.
Vidra, go back for Ashley Barnes and just keep buying them all. Yeah. So they got to play an under-23 team.
Yeah, that was not
I wonder how Sean Dyche and Ian Wong feel. They're scrapping away every season, and then their rival at the bottom. Someone comes and sweeps their centre forward off them.
Is it fair? I mean, I want to hear from Burnley fans because you must be fuming tonight. Chris Wood, your best player, being taken from under your noses when you need him the most. 03717 22 33 44. Let's go to Shaq, who's a Newcastle fan. Shaq, good evening.
Hey guys,
how are you?
Good to speak to you. Yeah, good.
Look,
I don't know where to begin.
Well, I mean. I'm interested to know how Newcastle fans feel about this signing because one, I think it's a clever signing in terms of it will improve Newcastle's side. You've lost Callum Wilson to injury, and you're making Burnley's team worse, basically. But is he good enough for Newcastle and where you want this club to go?
To me, it's the wrong signing. We need a goal scorer. He's not a goal scorer. He's not going to bang you loads of goals. We don't need a target man. If you look at the team, no one else scores except for Wilson. I think Wilson's got all the goals. I think St. Maximin's got a couple, and everyone else has pitched in and won.
But if you start looking round, who are you going to sign? Who's available? In this window, most strikers who score goals are not available.
You know what? I would have gone all out for Bale. Pay him his wages for 6 months. You call him a mercenary, whatever. At least he's proven he will get.
I agree.
Goals.
And Ramsey. I'm not just saying it because they're Welsh. You signed them to the team's improved.
Shaq, hold on a minute, Shaq. I mean, you're asking to get Gareth Bale. It's at Real Madrid. He ain't going to come and play for Newcastle.
Hey,
bottom of the league.
Real Madrid, when he's not playing for Real Madrid and he wants to make sure he's fit for Wales, and he wants game time, and the only team willing to pay his wages are Newcastle, Real Madrid would be happy to get rid of him. And if he wants to play and just
Real Madrid might be happy to get rid of him, but is Gareth Bale going to be happy to come and sign for you? You've got 11 points. You got 11 points.
Have they tried? That's the question. You're going for people like these people in the French league. You never even heard of them. Don't know if they're going to hit the ground running. And these teams are asking them stupid money. I'd rather give the stupid money for half a season to someone, and you're guaranteed some goals. You can say, okay, he's going to score a load of goals against all the crappy teams, but at least he's going to get you a load of goals. At the moment, we can't score. I know all the pundits have been going on about our defence, and yes, I agree, the defence has not been good, but we have not been able to score without Wilson, and it was the same last season. No one else in the team bangs in any goals, and I'm just surprised we didn't go and put someone like Lingard. He'd bang you in a load of goals.
It's not just the strikers you need, though. Jamie, you mentioned it yourself, and Jamie mentioned it. The back four are terrible. They're not bad. The centre-backs make mistakes. You've got to score 3 every week to win.
Yeah, but that's the problem. How are you going to score 3 every week if you can't even score 1 every week?
Well,
that's why I think the strike is more
tighten
important.
the back four up and score 1. Win 1-0. That's what Sean Dyche does.
Dean, as a striker, I'm surprised to hear the other pundits like Shearer or Lineker. They say, well, the only way you're going to win a game is by scoring more goals than the other team. I know you've got to keep it tight, but having, and it's not just one person. Everyone's got to pitch in.
But Shaq, what you get with Chris Wood is, he's been at Burnley. He's going to come in. He's up for the fight. He's going to give you 100%, right? So when he comes in, he puts that shirt on for Newcastle. You're getting a player who's going to give everything. You go out and sign Gareth Bale. You don't know what Gareth Bale you're getting.
No, but you can sign them both. But what I don't get is why are you signing Wood for 20 million? That's what they're saying. That's just ridiculous money.
Hang on, you don't think Gareth Bale would improve Newcastle?
No, I think he would, but you don't. I watched Gareth Bale a lot last season when he was at Spurs. We had him on loan, and everyone was thinking we was going to get the Gareth Bale of old, and he ain't. He's not that player anymore.
At his worst,
he's a completely different player.
At his worst, he's still better than any of them players at Newcastle.
He's not better than Sir Maximin.
He is.
He ain't.
He is. You can't compare him with Bale.
No, you can't compare his career. But if you're looking at what they're producing this season, St. Maximin's a better player than Gareth Bale.
So if you had a game tomorrow and you had a
St.
choice,
Maximin.
you play him before Gareth Bale?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
What are you basing that on?
Because I watched Gareth Bale last season.
What's St. Maximin done apart from flatter to deceive and look good at times?
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
He look good at times. Well, he don't produce.
He's their best player.
Well, the third from bottom. 11
points.
Yeah,
because as you said, the rest of the team lets them down.
Yeah,
he's a star player in a bad team.
No, that's like comparing your club pro
St. Maximin
with Tiger
walks
Woods.
into Man United's team. Walks into
what?
Man United's team.
Yeah, but I'm on about Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale is a better player than St. Maximin will ever be. Gareth Bale right now, he's only 31. I know he's not. I know he's not running round off the pitch like he did for Spurs at Inter Milan. He can't do that anymore. But he's still class, and he scored 15 goals for Spurs last season.
Yeah,
Well, he did. Once he got
Carabao Cup.
But no, he was injured, wasn't he? And he got to Spurs injured.
He had spells. He had spells where he was good, but in the big moments when we needed him to step up, he didn't play well, and that's why Spurs didn't try and get him back.
No, he's on 600 grand a week.
Yeah, that's also an issue. All right, let's go to Claire, the Burnley fan. Claire, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, Claire.
How are you?
Hi, first time caller.
Oh, lovely. Nice to speak to you, Claire.
Lovely to speak to you too. Just about Chris Wood, I don't think he's the best player at Burnley we've got, to be honest. I think our best player is Maxwell Cornet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sharp.
But
I think he's a player that gives us that bit of magic. So if we invest, it could be an all right move for us, to be honest. Don't think, because he's only scored 3 goals this season.
He's only scored 3, yeah.
Do you watch all the games?
Well, yeah, not that. Been a Burnley fan since I was 7-year-old, so yeah.
So if you had a choice, who would you have? Ashley Barnes or Chris Wood?
Ashley Barnes.
You think he's better than Chris Wood?
He's got more fire in him. Do you know what I mean? Chris Wood seems to. He needs chance after chance to score a goal.
Hey, fingers crossed that Ashley Barnes hasn't got a clause in his contract. They'll be back for him. You can't lose him as well.
It's barely, though, isn't it? All over. We sell players and we just don't seem to invest. It's not, you know what I mean? When you follow Burnley that long, you realise it's just the way we are. We have survival, you know.
So, I mean, look, you're getting £20 million for Chris Wood. Actually, then, Claire, you'd say it's not a bad deal for the club. You're not too worried.
Not really, no. You think Newcastle would be looking, no disrespect to Burnley, do you know what I mean? We're not this big club. So, but Newcastle, with all the money they've got now, you'd be thinking they'd be going for someone bigger than Chris Wood.
Well, it's interesting. Claire, are you confident you can stay up this season? You think you'll be okay?
It all depends whether we sign in January. I mean, Maxwell Cornet is away now on international duty, so it just depends how we'll get on without him, really. But since he's coming, he's been like the best player we've had this season, I think. I don't know what you think about that, but if you watch him, it just gives Burnley that bit of magic that we don't seem to have.
Yeah. All right, Claire, thanks for your call.
Thanks,
Absolute
Claire.
pleasure. Thanks for phoning up first time. We'll hopefully speak to you again. And keep your calls coming in, 03 717 22 33 44.